Yeah. Morning, sir.
Good morning, and how are you, brother?
I'm very fine. Can you please just start by introducing yourself on this interview?
Well, introducing myself, Mumbi Francis are my names. That's what I was named, and that's what I'm called.
Okay. So we are here on this interview based on the just ended UNZASU elections Ridgeway campus. We are just here, sir, to ask you a few questions to start the ball rolling. Can you please just say how you feel? What do you feel, or how do you feel about the just ended election where you lost for the seat of UNZASU Academic Affairs Secretary General Ridgeway campus?
Okay, let me take my time and allude to the fact that that's a good question. And how do I feel losing on such a very delicate position in UNZASU Ridgeway campus?
Yeah.
Basically, how I feel is sad, because by nature and by virtue of me being human, of that component of feeling sad when I lose. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for that response, sir. Let's not waste much of the time. Let's move on to another question. What's your comment on UNZA Ridgeway student politics regarding the discrimination type of voting?
Well, that's equally a cardinal question on this interview. Coming to that question in terms of answering, what I would say is that UNZA Ridgeway, actually the University of Zambia Ridgeway campus, student politics are very crucial in that people go to vote looking at the fact that they will first of all consider what program they are doing in the School of Medicine, and then they'll actually cast their votes based on that. So it's very crucial, critical, and actually tricky to pull through.
Okay, what about the Electoral Commission, the ones who conducted the elections? What do you have for them? What's your take on the Electoral Commission on the Ridgeway campus?
Wow, that's the question I was actually looking forward to being asked. First off, I would say I'm taking my time to scrutinize the case delicately and actually work with my legal advisors in a cordial manner to see how I'm going to oscillate with Electoral Commission UNZASU under Ridgeway campus. I have a lot going on the background. I'm looking forward to dealing with the Electoral Commission legally and in a manner that they deserve to be dealt with, looking at the way they handled their elections, especially when it comes to the manifesto night. Actually, I'm very annoyed as I'm speaking, looking at the fact that, the way the manifesto night was conducted was very biased, in that there was maladministration of time by the timekeeper, and a very big concern looking at what transpired in a case where I was made to control the noise from the people in the audience instead of the Electoral Commission doing that. And hence, they killed my term, and eventually I failed to deliver my manifesto fully and went halfway, and that basically led to people losing confidence in me. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for that. We have another question for you. Can you please give a brief comment on vote apathy and program-based voting as Ridgeway?
Well, actually, we are coming out with some good questions, and thank you very much for that. Coming to vote apathy at the University of Zambia School of Medicine campus when it comes to elections is actually critical and tantamount to trick, in that what I'm trying to put across is we are having a situation where people, the students, are voting, in a way that is full of voter apathy. You find that the paramedical students are actually not voting fully in comparison to our counterparts in the School of Medicine, and that makes a student from the paramedical side of the School of Medicine very tricky to pull through in office when he or she contests against someone coming from the other side of the University of Zambia School of Medicine campus.
Okay, thank you, sir. How can you compare main campus, UNZA, and Ridgeway campus, UNZA student politics?
Well, let me take my time and disintegrate that immaculate question into smaller pieces. UNZA main campus elections are free and fair elections, in that they are not discriminatory based. Students vote based on the data a candidate has, on the viability, the capability that is in that student candidate going for such a position. Coming to the School of Medicine, student politics, is very hard. Believe you me when I say hard. It's a situation where we are having people voting basing on the program that you're doing, like I alluded to in the first place. So it's critical in that we have discrimination when it comes to voting, looking at the fact that people will look at the program that you are doing in the first place before they give you a vote. Thank you very much.
All right, we have another question for you. What made you stand on such a delicate, complex and intricate position in UNZASU, looking at your age, as young as you are?
I like the question, brother man, believe you me. But let me try my best to try and see how I can answer that question, perfectly. What made me stood on, let me say, stand, in parentheses, on such a very delicate and intricate, like you put it, position? I'm such a gentleman, let me say, a young man, who has confidence in what I do, and I have the capability, the liability, all it takes to take up such a position in the University of Zambia Student Union. In that I'm born a leader and I'll die a leader. What I'm trying to say is actually, instead of me being made of muscles and bones, I'm made of political skills. Believe you me.
Okay, thank you very much. Can you blame anyone, or who can you blame for the loss which you encountered in the elections?
Wow, that is a very, very good and immaculate question, and tantamount to perfect for that matter. At the same time, it's very tricky to answer, but let me endeavor and see how I can break it into smaller pieces, like I keep on showing it. What would I say? Who do I blame on such a case? So in the first place, let me start by blaming myself for losing. And secondly, that blame, I'm putting my blame on the Electoral Commission of UNZASU under Ridgeway campus. Thirdly, the blame is going on the paramedical students who voted with voter APA instead of voting as a team, so that we have someone with what it takes to be in office, and at the end of the day, vividly and courageously represent them. Thank you very much.
Okay, what are your plans for this large, gigantic, colossal political career that you started during second year in the School of Medicine?
Oh wow, how I like your English, brother man, and believe you me, I like your terms. Colossal, gigantic, mentioned. Answering that question, what I would say is basically that I have a lot of plans for my political career, which I began, if I recall well, in my second grade of my education. I've been very vibrant in politics, academic debates from way back. I'm in grade 2. Actually, I was a rep, let me say, class representative for my grade 2 class. And I